You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Saturday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby, and welcome to an unsanctioned episode of the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Yeah, we were talking. We were like, we should start doing more of these off-air podcasts. We're going to try at least like once a week, hopefully. We'll see how it goes.
That's the goal. If there's anything you ever want to hear us talk about, or if you ever want to send in any questions or comments or anything like that, you can do so. Of course, it has been a while since we've gotten a 5-star review with a 1-star comment on it. That's the rule if you're going to leave
Someone
a
left
review.
us a 1-star comment on the Apple podcast.
No!
Yeah.
They ruined our 5?
Messed up our rating. We got a 4.8 now.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
So, do you think it was someone that hates the show or someone that did not understand the bit?
I don't know, man, but you're messing up our system here.
Luckily, we don't have bonuses related to our podcast ratings.
I am personally excited because I am getting my first round of golf in today.
Ooh, very exciting.
Yeah. Getting out on the links there, and I can't wait to lose a bunch of balls, crush a bunch of beers, and lie about my score.
See, but you've been doing the simulator thing recently. Have you gone a few times?
Yeah, but I don't know if I buy the simulator. There's times when I go there and I'm like, dude, I am playing nice right now.
Yeah.
And I'm interested to see like how it transitions out onto the actual course.
You think the simulator is making you feel good?
Because then again, there's also the thing too. If you use the simulator, usually you can set up like the gimme for the putts, and so it's usually like 6 feet. I'll set it to.
Sure.
And dude, every time I get in there, they're like par, and I'm like, I might have duffed like 3 more putts on that one. But
There's nothing saying I would have got that one in if it wasn't for the gimme system.
yeah. Plus, there's even times where with the simulator, it's like you hit a shot and it doesn't register, and you're like, all right, we take that one again.
That's a mulligan. That's a mulligan if I've ever seen one.
That don't happen in real life.
See, I don't know, man. Like, I'm down to let the simulator lie to me. Like, I've been thinking about it even for the summertime because, like, I won't go golfing by myself on a golf course. I'll lose every ball, or I'll play terribly because I'll be trying to look where the ball is going before I've even hit it.
That's not true. Everyone that plays golf by themselves has the best game of their life. What are you talking about, man?
Well, you'll hear about the great game, but I, in my heart, will know that I went badly. But you could go to a simulator by yourself because I'll let the computer find the ball for me. Like, I've been thinking, like, is it weird, even on a sunny day in the summer, to go to a golf simulator instead of a golf course if you're by yourself?
No, I mean, I'm sure the business appreciates it.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
It's probably tough when the sun comes out. That's the only business like, damn it, it's a nice day today. Mm-hmm. We were really hoping people are coming by.
Yeah, no, but I'm excited to get out and drink and drive a little bit. And, it's the only place that you can legally drink and drive. Like,
it is crazy that you can be behind the wheel of a vehicle and someone in another vehicle will drive at you from the opposite direction and ask if you want to buy beer.
Actually, you know what? I think when I was booking my tea time yesterday, I didn't ask if I wanted a cart, thinking about it now.
Oh.
Shit, I might be too early for cart season.
Oh, because
we might be walking. Oh, man, that makes the day so much worse.
100%. I don't care if it's like, oh, it's good for you, it's good athletic ability or whatever. Fuck that. Walking at a golf course is the worst way to enjoy a golf course.
Dude, I mean, like, I'm not going for the exercise. All right? Like, golf is, like, the least exercise sport of all time for the average player, at least.
I got off the couch, I came out to an outdoor area, and I am in nature. You are now asking too much of me for me to walk this whole field.
It also, dude, you can go full spaz if you're walking the course because it makes it way tougher if you're looking in the trees for your ball and you got to walk to it. And then you're like playing the whole course over and over. You're not able to have fun. Let your foot hang off the golf cart there. Like.
It just makes everything. I think the only way that walking the golf course is still fun is if you take golf way too seriously.
Yeah, you see some of the old timers out there, and they'll have the like remote control bags and stuff out there.
Oh my god!
But I feel like a lot of those guys, it's like their doctors are like, you just need to move more, so that's why they're doing it.
Yeah. You get out and it's either this or go walk around the mall 6-7 times, and that's less fun than going out to a golf course.
Yeah.
I don't like the remote control bags. Like you're talking about the ones that like follow you around the course.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I feel like that's just weird to me. I don't know why. You know me. I'm a big like advancements in technology guy. But having a golf cart follow you around like a trained dog is just a weird vibe.
There's got to be a way that you can like hack into those things and like send some guys' clubs into the water or something.
Dude, sitting up on a hill at like the clubhouse overlooking the course and just hacking people's golf bags to have them drive into the lake.
Yeah, dude, that's the hacker movie I want to see.
I don't want to see somebody who's stealing millions of dollars or bringing down governments or setting off nukes. I want to see somebody use their abilities to just mildly inconvenience people.
Well, you know, one day they're going to make a Caddyshack remake. If Hollywood is listening right now, you got to have the golf bag hacker in there.
How has nobody remade Caddyshack? Is Caddyshack remake proof? Is it too sacred?
There was a sequel at one point, which that was dust, but like, I don't know, National Lampoons is probably going to do it at some point. They haven't had a banger of a flick in a while, so.
I heard, you know, the live action Snow White remake from
I heard
Disney?
That was trash.
I heard not only was it bad, but I heard that it lost enough money that Disney is like internally scrapped a bunch of ideas for live action remakes. Between that, the Aladdin one that people were so mad about, the Lion King one that nobody seemed to really like, I feel like Disney maybe finally got the message that we're not looking for live versions of our childhood cartoons.
Yeah, but then again, man, I saw that there's going to be a Beetlejuice 3 coming out.
Oh, no. Why?
Yeah.
I didn't watch the second one because I'm pretty sure it was you that said that it wasn't great.
I never even watched it. Courtney watched it, and she's like a diehard Beetlejuice person.
That's
but it's like,
was.
I mean, we talk about it all this time. Like, nostalgia's the biggest drug. People want it hooked up straight to their veins. So.
I'm just not. I think that if Disney goes forward with canceling their plans to make more live-action remakes, then we need to look at the Snow White movie as one of the most important movies of our generation. Because it's the one that stopped the bleeding.
Yeah, the most important movie that nobody ever saw, apparently.
It was so bad that they were like, all right, let's stop fucking around and start making real movies again.
On another note, though, sick weekend, though, golf. And then I got Metallica coming up here, too.
I heard about that. Metallica at the same time as the Leafs game, which for anybody listening, I guess would be tonight. That's going to be a busy evening.
I'm watching the Leafs game at Metallica. Like, we talked about it on the show, and like I confirmed it with Courtney. I was like, I will be sitting there. We're gonna bring the portable charger and everything. Limp Bizkit goes on at 7:00, so I'm gonna be rocking out to break stuff while I watch the buds there. So.
What's the puck drop? 7:00 start too?
7, yeah.
I feel like I know you don't miss a game for nothing. But I feel like if Limp Bizkit and the first period go on at the same time, just watch Limp Bizkit. When are you going to get a chance to see them again?
I saw them last year, and I looked. It's the exact same set list. But, I mean, I've got my ears. That's what music is for.
That's right.
I've got my eyes on the game, my ears on the band, you know?
How bad does the game have to be going for you to turn it off tonight?
If it's like a blowout, yeah.
Like if the Ottawa gets up 3-0, do you go, okay, let's just watch the band?
No. There's still a chance
There's still a chance with 3. Well, yeah, I guess 3-goal lead. You know about those.
I'll finish every game. Like the Leafs could be losing 6-2, and I'll punish myself and sit there and watch the whole thing for some reason.
I'm not like that. Like I love my Wings, and I want them to do well, and I'm really getting sick and tired of the playoff drought that we're on to match the playoff streak that we had.
Yeah.
But if I'm watching a game, if I'm at a game, it's different. I'll never leave a game early. I'm not a beat traffic kind of guy. But if I'm watching at home and it's 3-0, 4-0, we're getting midway through the second period.
Fair weather fan.
I don't think that makes me a fair weather fan. I think that just makes me aware. You know, I think I'm willing to admit when the time has come.
Yeah, but then what if they do come back? That's the thing, you know?
The thing is that's what we tell ourselves, to lock ourselves into the misery of watching every game until the final whistle. But how many times do they actually make the comeback? Yeah, if it happens, I'll be fucking bummed out. Like, oh, I can't believe I turned it off early. But 9 times out of 10, I'm going to look at the final score the next morning and go, fuck, I got out when the getting was good.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know, man. I guess, like, for me, it's like, I've said it before on the show, complaining is everybody's favorite pastime. And as a Leafs fan, I mean, we like to put ourselves through torture, so.
It's true. I mean, you guys are good at it.
It is what it is,
really
you know?
Really good at it. You know what's funny? I was talking to my kids the other day. My kids don't watch sports at all. But I like to run them through the $1,000 minute, the contest that we do sometimes, just to prove how easy some of our questions are.
Yeah.
And I was telling them, I was like, they were saying like, oh, you put too many sports questions in, which is a conversation you and I have had. I was like, oh, actually, we took one out the other day. We were going to ask which was the last team to win the Stanley Cup. And my oldest, Alex, looked at me and went, Toronto Maple Leafs? Oh,
God bless her heart.
Sweet summer child. They haven't won since 1967.
Man.
And watching someone process that information for the first time, like a 10-year-old cannot even fathom what a 1967 is. The first thing that they said, I forgot to tell you this, was like, is that why Brock's mad a lot?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons for sure. I had the same thing when I was a kid, like growing up watching the Leafs and, the Sundin era there, Domi, Nieuwendyk, all those guys. And then like hearing like it's been since 1967. And then like knowing that my dad was born in 65 and being like, man, you were 2 years old the last time the Leafs won. And then now it's like most kids that are born, it's like it's getting further and further away from like parents that were alive or people that were even alive, like honestly, to watch it kind of thing. It is crazy, man. Like
if this streak continues for another decade, that's like a whole nother generation that'll have no idea what it's like to see the Leafs.
But then there's like a generation of kids watching the Leafs right now where like they've grown up with like Austin Matthews and Nylander and Marner and all these guys, and they've seen like a pretty hot team obviously tank in the playoffs before. But like there was a stretch as my childhood, like after, what was it, 2003, 2004, where the Leafs didn't make the playoffs for like 9 years?
Right, where you're not only not seeing the cup, but you're not even seeing the success during the season.
Even with the Senators right now, like there's kids growing up that have watched the Senators all their lives. There's teenagers that have never seen their team play in the playoffs before, which is crazy.
This is their first real hint at like, oh, wow, this team gets to play when all the other teams
It's not a good taste. It's not a good first look.
It's tough, though, because like, at least for you, you had reasonable expectations. There are kids that are growing up in this era with the Leafs where they are President's Cup contenders during the season and then first, second round exits in the playoffs. And as someone like, that's what Detroit was when I was growing up. They were that team that won the President's Cup every year before they finally won a couple of cups and got eliminated by like the upstart San Jose Sharks in round one in the early 90s. Mm-hmm. That sucked. That sucked because I was just like, what are the 82 games for? Just for us to watch us piss it away in the playoffs?
Yeah, but you got to see it happen, man. Like,
the cup part is completely different.
You got to see it happen, like 4, 5 times? Like,
yeah, during the Russian era and then again in the 2000s. Yeah, no, like, listen, don't get me wrong. I do not take those for granted. I'm just saying that I think that the kids now...
No, I get what you're saying. I just like, I know I've talked about this before. I just like, I don't know what that feeling is. Like, I'm a Patriots fan for football, but like, I'm not as diehard of a football fan as I am a hockey fan.
No.
So it's like, I got to see the Patriots win a bunch of Super Bowls, but I gotta be dead honest. I don't think it meant as much to me. Like, I've told Courtney, I will probably genuinely cry if the Toronto Maple Leafs win. Like, I will... If we're working, I'm probably not showing up to work because there's no way I'm going to sleep if the Leafs win.
I will say, too, with the Patriots, like the era that you watched them win all those, it felt like a foregone conclusion. Like, even with as good as the Leafs have been this year, and now, I mean, they've looked great the first 3 games of the playoffs, if they win the Stanley Cup this year, they'll have fought to earn it. No one is assuming... Whereas during the Patriots dynasty,
it was expected.
Everybody thought the Patriots were going to win, and then it was a surprise if literally any other team did.
The Patriots were like the smart kid. Like, you raise them and you expect them to get good grades, and then all of a sudden they start smoking weed, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, these past few years.
Next thing you know, they're the second name of a morning radio show somewhere in Ontario. So busy Saturday for you. You've got the Leafs game, you've got Metallica, and then obviously, I guess this will have happened by the time people are listening to this, but I assume you'll be waking up at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning to watch the Pope's funeral.
Oh, dude. Yeah, is that tomorrow?
That is apparently 10 a.m. Vatican time, so 4 a.m.
I remember when
Ontario.
the last Pope died, and I was in the 5th grade because I went to Catholic school, and like they wheeled out the TV, and we watched the whole ceremony. It took like hours. It was almost like the whole day of school watching that thing.
And then, like, honestly, it's been so weird watching all the people taking selfies with the
Oh, that's
Pope.
what I was going to say. I think as far as I can remember, before like I got on like some dark websites in the 7th, 8th grade, it was like the first time I saw a dead body was the Pope's funeral.
Because they'll take, it's open casket, because they generally die of like natural causes or whatever. But like this Pope Francis, I want to say, the one that just passed away, like they've been marching him in like a glass box.
People are taking selfies with him and stuff.
All these places, and you're seeing camera angles of stuff. And yeah, like this might be the first Pope where like everybody along the procession route has a camera in their pocket, in their cell phones. And I just like, where do you put that picture? Like, are you putting that on Instagram?
I think I like, as someone who went to Catholic school, like I'll tell you, like, I think that means something to people, right?
Yeah.
Like, because they hold the Pope like near and dear, close to their heart.
Absolutely. He's a person to be revered in that circle.
And for anyone that doesn't know, the only reason they do it is like it's an old-timey thing to actually prove and show that he is dead.
Right, yeah.
But I mean, imagine if like, dude, your uncle passed away and then you just like paraded him through the downtown. Like,
honestly, yeah. Taken by the Legion.
Can you legally do that? If like, can you just take it? Can you like weekend at Bernie's with someone? Like, just to show?
I'm not a lawyer. I don't know the law well enough to be able to point you to a specific statute.
You ever see that video from a few years ago where it was like in Atlanta or something, and like this like hood dude guy died, and they like set him up in the club with his sunglasses and stuff, chilling, and everyone was just like partying it up, twerking everywhere, and his dead body was just chilling.
They had him in the corner, like palm up. People were coming in and like dapping him up on their way into the club and stuff.
Yo, if I die before the Leafs can make it to the Stanley Cup Finals, you need to like, I don't know, preserve my body.
Okay.
And buy a ticket for me and like push me in a wheelchair. You could probably get dope seats, handicap section. And you need to bring my dead body to the Leafs game, all right?
Why, so they could let you down one more time?
I mean, either that or they win.
Just imagine, we hear all this talk about like cryogenics and stuff and people having their bodies frozen, waiting for cures to diseases to be discovered and stuff. Imagine there's just a wing in a cryo lab somewhere of people who are like, freeze me until my team wins a championship so I can see what it's like.
I think it's Leaf fans and Cleveland Brown fans that have that in common for sure.
Thaw me out when we win the big one, and it's just a storage facility full of freezers of people in jerseys waiting for the day.
I feel like if you pay enough money to have season tickets for the Leafs, your body should be allowed to be like placed in a tomb at the Air Canada Center.
They put you under the AC.
If you're willing to pay that like 50, 60 grand a year to get those damn tickets, dude, like
a mausoleum. It's right next to Arena Jail down in the bowels of the building. Mm-hmm. And if they ever win the cup, they have to walk it through like a procession to release all the spirits into the afterlife.
It's sad if you think of it like, this is really dark thought, but if you think about like how many people have died not seeing the Leafs win the cup.
Honestly, yeah. Because okay, so they won in 1967, which we figured out the other day is 58 years. Mm-hmm. So anybody born after the summer of 67 and didn't live to see the age of 58, which accidents, illnesses,
everything.
There's a million reasons why. There are countless
millions
Toronto Maple Leafs fans,
millions of people
born and died during this drought who will never know what that. And I mean, that's just stopping today. Not to say all the people who cheer for the Leafs born after 67 who will die in the next 20, 30 years still not having seen it happen.
Dude, you even just think about people, you know, that have died before so many things. Like, you know, we're talking about Limp Bizkit. Think about all the people that never lived to hear a Limp Bizkit song or never lived to see Two Girls, One Cup, you know? Like, there's so many milestones in history that people have not seen. It's crazy.
People always say that, like, you know, out of the billions of years of existence, the thousands of years of humans on this planet, you were lucky enough to be born in the era of insert event here. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say Two Girls, One Cup is the finisher to that statement.
I had to be scarred seeing that video. I think there should be a mandatory thing. There should be like a list of videos that you should see that should be mandatory to scar you from looking up weird stuff on the internet, and that's one of them.
I think that's a terrible idea. Listen, I know my generation and your generation, we share over our 11-year gap. We share a lot of those same cursed moments of discovering videos and things on the internet. And we're also two generations the most in need of therapy. That can't be a coincidence.
I don't know, man. Like growing up in school, they were like, "Hey, if you have sex before marriage, like you're gonna go to hell. Hey, if you're risky on the internet, this is what you're gonna find." Should have like an internet 101 class for kids, man.
Just teaching kids internet safety is like, don't give your name out to strangers. Don't click links that come from suspicious emails. The blue waffle is a terrible thing. Like all of these things in one package.
Don't watch any videos that your friend's older brother wants to show you. That was the thing, dude. At sleepovers, it'd be like you'd wake up in the morning and like some kid would be like, "You want to see something fucked up?"
Yeah.
And then it's like a video of a bunch of guys with a hammer beating up some other guy, and you're like, everyone was laughing, and you're like sitting there, and then like I look back, I'm like, were we all actually laughing at it?
Right.
Or were we just nervously laughing because we didn't know, and like the person who was showing us the video is a psychopath?
Just
like,
shared trauma. The whole room was just filled with trauma as we all learned what an ISIS was at the same time.
oh my God, beheading videos were a thing. Like even you go on Twitter now, and it's like, dude, you can scroll through Twitter like every 30 seconds. There's some dude in India getting smoked by a train or something.
Dude, it's wild. I was in radio when Twitter was invented, still Twitter, at the very beginning of it all. And it used to be this really great resource to find stories to talk about, to find news, to find articles, all that stuff. Now, here in 2025, I can't even click the trending topics on the right-hand side because it could say trending Toronto Maple Leafs, and I'll click it. And there's a couple of videos from the game last night, and then just pornography, violence, murder. And
I deleted Twitter off my phone because I was at the grocery store a few months ago, and I was scrolling, and it was either death videos or like sex videos, and I was like, yo, what the fuck is my algorithm? And I thought it was a me thing. I was like, am I some sort of like fucking crazy person?
Right.
But then I realized it's everybody else, so I felt a little less bad about myself.
Yeah, Twitter will gaslight you into believing that it's just giving you the things that you want. But the fact of the matter is, it is just a absolute dumpster fire of humanity. And Reddit is right behind it. The only thing that saves Reddit is that subreddits I don't want to see won't come up on my feed.
The only thing I like miss about Twitter, and they took it away a few months ago, I think it was you used to be able to see people's likes on there.
Oh my God.
And there's like, you know what I'm talking about. There's like a guy that we know, and he just used to like smut on Twitter all the time.
Hardcore smut. Some aggressive smut.
And it was like, dude, I feel like we may have talked about this before. We had a boss who would like some greasy shit on Twitter.
Yeah, man.
And like, I don't know if he knew that we could all see it, or there was the time, dude, when Instagram, you used to be able to, like, where your notifications come, there used to be a section of, like, your personal notifications, and then the people that you follow, and you could see all the photos that they liked. That same boss that we used to have used to be liking some outlandish shit all the time, and I was like, what?
I had no idea. You came and showed me that about 5 minutes before I had a performance review. Do you know how hard it is to find the dark inner recesses and wantings of a man and then have to sit across from him as he tells you about how well you're doing your job?
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. I don't think I looked that man in the eye for 2 seconds in a 1 hour meeting.
He's like, let me tell you something. You're like, let me tell you something, brother. Like,
hit him with the full.
Yeah. Kids today have no idea what it was like to trip out about your likes on Instagram back in the day.
Dude, man, it is honestly like the internet is so much different now than it used to be, but
it's worse at the same time for kids.
That's just it. With my two kids, like some of the stuff that they'll like stumble across, even just like the brain rot content on YouTube and on Roblox.
The brain rot stuff, and then also it's just like the pressure of like society on the internet.
Man.
Like, I don't know. I said it earlier this week, actually, that like I would not want to be a kid in today's time. It feels like you're forced to grow up too fast.
Way too fast. Way too fast. My kids will come and ask me about stuff that I'm like, you're 8 and 10.
Which has always been a thing of like kids wanting to be older. You know, like when you're in high school, you think you're older than you are. You think you're more mature and all this stuff. But it's just like the content that's out there. Like, it's like, I feel like you can't even be a kid anymore.
No, you know, it's nice that we're coming back into summer now because I'm just really excited to put locks on my kids' tablets and be like, hey, we're over +10. Get the fuck out of the house.
I know there's people that listen to this with their kids. If your kids are listening right now, slow down. You don't need to worry about growing up. Just watch some ISIS beheading videos and grow up like how I did. I turned out fine.
You didn't. You didn't. I didn't. You didn't. We didn't.
I have a job. I own a house. I'm doing all right, brother.
If we turned out fine, we'd have real jobs and not be doing unsanctioned podcasts.
I pay my taxes. We're doing okay.
Well, on that note, where can people find you if they want to know more about you?
Instagram is my main thing.
Yeah.
Brock.Lewis. Look that up. We've got the Brock and Dalby Instagram as well. And then yours is just Dalby or Dalby FM.
Dalby FM on Instagram and just Dalby on TikTok, which is crazy. You're like viral on TikTok. You never plug it.
Yeah. Brock on air on TikTok. I've been slacking on posting on there, but if you want to follow the kid, go for it.
Yeah, he's putting the rest of us to shame. Oh, and should also mention, just in case you haven't seen it, if you search Brock and Dalby on YouTube, we've got a 20-minute sit-down interview with our friends from the Trues. Or if you download the Corporate Seeker app, which maybe is even where you're listening to this, you can listen to it on there as well. And
you can still win that $250 on the Seeker app too.
Oh, yeah. That goes right until the end of August, or end of April. Jesus Christ, I'm not doing it till August. No fucking way. So, go check out all the stuff, and thanks for hanging out with us on the podcast.
All right, y'all keep it sexy.
Bye, everybody.
Want to be a part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the bad line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby podcast.